Good morning, good morning. Let's see if I'm in frame a little bit better today. Today's my cheat day. I spend all my cheating calories and carbs on a vanilla frap. The real ones. Loaded in carbs. Loaded. 51 grams in one bottle of carbs. That is insane. And at a time right before I started my diet, which was in April of 24. Yeah. I was drinking 2, sometimes 3 of these a day out of angst and addiction. I thought today was the first. Tomorrow's the first. Today for you. So I thought I might do something that Gainer Paddle did today on her video, Thursday. And it was an interesting exercise. But I went to Walmart this morning. I had to pick up some medicine. And I wanted to get some paint scrapers because I've seen people use these as like a block for lines or scraping or whatever. And I got 3 to a set. Now they're super flimsy. But I got 3 different sizes. I like this size right here, actually, the best for me. But anyhow, that was a treat. $3.87 or something like that. And I'm just going to do this in my journal, my sketchbook. And I started skipping pages, but I think I'm not going to skip pages. But anyhow, she took and she named a lady that has this as an exercise, who perfected this exercise, who started this exercise, who reintroduced this exercise. I'm not even sure which one it was, but I don't remember her name. But it's on today's, Thursday's, July 31st, 2025's video on Gainer Paddles, where she refers to the lady who invented this. This is not me. But you take 3 colors in different tones, different shades of a color, and then you add another completely opposite color to it. So Gainer Paddle had gray and an orange. That's what I decided to do. I just did this on Procreate and printed it out, but I'm going to cut them out, and then you add to it. Now, hold on a second. I remembered what I was going to do. Gainer Paddle did it on an accordion piece, so I might actually not do it on here. I might put the accordion piece in here later. But actually, I think she did it on... She's been working in 3s, so it's some kind of 3 thing. But I'm thinking, I have some of this graph paper that I took out of that other book, and I don't want it to fold at the same size. I guess I just did. No, I didn't. Okay. And then kind of maybe see what happens on each separate section. But she's been working in a sketchbook devoted completely to vessels. She has really low energy right now, and I hope she's had some health scares last year. I hope they're not back. It makes me a little nervous. But now that I see this, I think she did this on each panel with grays. So I guess maybe I better just use it as a whole and then fold it or whatever. I don't know. But I don't think I want these together. So for whatever reason, you new people, I can't start a series of something in mid-month or end of month or whatever. And they usually go months. Only because I think October Daily has dictated that and December Daily has dictated that in my head. And I just stuck to it from the beginning of my time doing this stuff. Okay. Oops, let's get this out. Try not to make them obvious shapes. And this one's not quite as light as it could be, but neither was hers, so. You're not supposed to think a lot about it. You're just supposed to react. And she was drawing vases or water receptacles of some sort, liquid receptacles. And I should all go right because I have my Bang Go t-shirt on today. I just ran to Walmart. Tear this in half. It might be a little bit of a rebel. Okay. Now what do you do? I don't know. She had a long-handled paintbrush with a stick attached to it, and at times she had a Stabilo that she was getting wet, which I'm just going to use a big, thick black Stabilo. It's not that one. It wasn't unwrapped yet. All right, I'm going to close my eyes and take off my glasses so I'm doubly blind. We had an ambulance on our street yesterday. There's a little lady that's taking care of either both parents or one parent, but one of them has Alzheimer's. And the ambulance was over there. I'm like, oh no. But they didn't take them. They came and worked on them, but they didn't take them. Okay. I'm good with that. I might even, glasses back on, might even elaborate on it a little bit. She was using black ink. And then she took another color, like yellow or a rusty color. I don't know if I have a rusty color. It's too peachy. What's this? It might be too orangey. It matches that too much. Brown Stabilo. Otherwise, it's gold. I really don't want to use gold. Let's see if I can draw a teacup. I don't know if I can or not without looking at one, and then even then it's questionable. It's basically to get, you know, other lines on here. And perhaps paint. Okay, I don't like any of that. But the thought process is, do I like... Hold on, I got it. Do I like just that? That's workable. Do I like just that? Not really. Just that? Perhaps. What was that? I don't know what that was. Okay. I'm going to get the brown wet now. And in some places it already is. This is just a process and experiment completely. I don't do these kind of exercises normally, because I don't know about a lot of them, but let's see here. What colors in this top thing of paint? Okay, here's yellow. A little bit. Oh, these are wet again. Something's happening with the moisture in this end of the house. I'm using the in fact, I'm going to back away. Not that I have a lot of control over a paintbrush, but it's supposed to smear. It's supposed to be sloppy. Now, the way she left it, well, she actually put flowers on top, I think. Just drawing with a skinny Stabilo then. Or charcoal or something. While everything was a little wet and weird and movable. I don't know if I want to do that. I might tear them. Hold on a sec. Now that they're this far along. This could or could not work. We're supposed to start getting rain now. The days of 100, it's only like 95 right now. The days of 100 are gone, thankfully. But it's thundered all week, like at 4 o'clock normally, like it does. I don't hate this section now. I just transferred some of that yellow up there. I think that's the only one where there's actually a blob. Kind of want it in other places. Okay, I don't hate that. The idea is now you take this. I guess the idea is to take this and do something with it. Use that as inspiration, maybe. Just those lines. Maybe not the colors, but... And I'm not disappointed in these shapes because I would have a block of color here, a block of color here with a cutout. Lines. Oh, there's another block there. I wonder, okay, let's take my sketchbook now, but I really like this one for whatever reason. I wonder if, because the air vent is in, I don't know, these paints are, never had this problem with these paints. Okay. I wonder if I should put, I might put these in here. Yeah, I'm going to. I need to tape them in. I need some construction tape. When you buy a multi-pack of washi tape and you don't like one roll, which usually ends up, I use it as construction tape. This is just because everything's wet and it's not going to glue. Pardon me while I tape. Okay, I really like this one. I think I'm going to have to take another piece of paper though, because that's all wet and I can't flip it over. So I'm going to try to do something with this. With a regular pencil, kind of draw some lines. Okay, that's dark gray, orange. Maybe change the colors, blue and green. Okay. Oh, geez, these are so hard. These are just the tempera paint sticks. Just for speed of drying. I already messed up my colors. Okay. I think this is... There is no right or wrong, Beth. Remember that. Okay. Now I'm going to take black. Where's my other one? Oh, here it is. And kind of do that, 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 that. I've established some lines, established some blocks of color. Now I think I'm going to add some yellow scrapey stuff. Maybe I can use my new scrapers. Ooh. Kind of like here and here. Now, is any of these scrapey tools better than a credit card? No. Same thing? Possibly. Oh, that's too much yellow. Oh, but I like that. I got this yellow here. Now, that's a lot of yellow. I probably shouldn't have made it that big. Yeah, I don't like that. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I need something else on top. More blue, maybe. Ooh, here's blue in here. Oh, maybe gray. Okay, there's a gray. I got so much yellow on my paintbrush. Okay, I like that better already. But I'm going to take this blue and do something. Identify small spaces if I can, if there are any. Kind of lost this color a little bit. And the shuffle. I think actually what it's missing is the dark and the light of the gray, actually. I don't know if I don't like it. Or if I do like it. I like the messy of it all, which may not even be picking up. Because like all that swoosh and gop and goo, this goop and gop and goo, that's a technical term. Right in here, what happened here, I like that. But I like this as the basis of something starting better. Okay. I think I can say I tried it. Maybe I need to force myself to do this like once a week. And, okay, I forget about this. It is not foreseeable for anybody, especially someone untrained, unskilled, to expect perfection or a complete and utter Van Gogh. Oh dear, there's black on my, there's yellow on my black. You know, work, a Metropolitan Museum work. I can't talk. Subject complete perfection. I get mad at myself, but I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. You are untrained. I say completely, well, not completely unskilled, because I think repetition of doing this has helped. I think that helps everything, repetition. And even if you are unskilled, the possibilities are there. Because you've done it, you know, almost every day for 7 years. That helps. On some things. But I haven't done this every day for 7 years. And I can't expect perfection or a masterpiece. That's what I'm looking for. Masterpiece. You know, out of the gate. And I forget that. I forget I'm not who I think I am when I look in the mirror. You know, and that's a good lesson for me, for everybody. And do I really want perfection the first get-go? I don't think so. That's unreasonable. to expect that. I'm moving my paints because the air is doing something to them, I think. Because the air just never goes off right now. I don't know if I want to set this down on here, though. Oh, too many. But I chose that, and I don't think it really looks like that, but that's okay too. It was a good exercise, and maybe, you know, these are like warm-up exercises, perhaps some people would call them, and it gets you loose for sure. I think moves you in different directions. You're out of control if you do it right. And all of that leads to good stuff in my head. So tomorrow now it will be August 1st. And now we can start a new project. Interesting. It was interesting. It was fun. It was fun. The process was great. Process. Extension of my process project. That's what it was. And I don't dislike it. And I think I just broke another fingernail. Good grief. Okay. But this I might put in a book as a starting point for something. Is there any more wet paint on here? A little bit in places. Not really. Huh. Interesting. Fun. Interesting. Not a failure. Not supposed to be a failure or a masterpiece. An exercise. Exercise, Beth. I think I'll try to remember that. Okay. Thanks for watching. I will see you tomorrow. The beginning of a new project. A little different. Whole lot of fun. That's the thought process. Thanks for watching. Bye.